Uh, Get a minute to get a few of you on so we can get you up to speed. As most of you know, local hate group here that's been trying to stop us from doing what we're doing is gotten so many people brainwashed into thinking we're like really bad guys that they've actually gone out and threatened, and they're threatening to come out and shoot up the camp, and threatening to come out and basically kill volunteers for doing a good thing for what they're doing. And we don't have time to stop. And now, ironically, God put us on a path where we were coming right by this camp where VOP, they claim they're out here right now somewhere. So we're going to walk around. We see some people, and we've already given a warning for them not to come out to the property. So we got our security teams here, and we're going to go live. We're going to stay live with you right now, so we can let these guys get the attention they want. Now, I removed the earlier posts at a request of a law enforcement contact because those threats were made. They are actually felony threats and prosecutable threats, and we have dozens of screenshots of how they orchestrated DCS to attack our children. Our family is not going to have anything to say in regards to the investigation with DCS. That's going to remain private until everything's complete. That's just the way it's going to be. But we can say that, there's been intentional efforts to not only threaten and intimidate this camp, but they've come in and attempted to steal stuff. They've come and shot and fired their weapons all around them. And it's just a little punk group of 4 or 5 individuals that actually get out. They'll get them over from the other side. So,
that looks like where Ken's truck was earlier.
All right, let's make sure these are our people. But, like I said, we happen to be coming back through past an Alpha when all this is going on. So I did remove the earlier post, but I did tell our law enforcement contact that I did say that I am not changing our policy. If they come out here with guns, if they come out here, our teams will fire suppressive fire. They're not going to fire to hurt anybody, but they'll fire at them. If they come blazing through with their truck, threatening to run over our tents, like they've been screenshot talking about on Facebook, where they think they're in secret groups, but they're not. The little shit, the comments they make, shit like that can actually lead to somebody doing something. And the fact that they continue to do it, we are going to have reasonable security. It's posted. It's clearly posted around the property. And there's plenty of evidence that they've been threatening to come out and destroy the camp. Their whole intention is to destroy VOP. That's what they've said, and now they've got people amped up to where they're talking about driving down to kill everybody. Look, there's good people out here doing good things. You one of ours? All right. There's good people out here doing good things. And that's a fact. And we're not going to have them worried and be afraid to come out here and do something good. So, and we're not going to stop and do what we're doing either. This is just a temporary delay. Come out, make sure Alpha's okay, and then we're headed down south to the border. So, if you have time, you want to come and help Alpha with security, or keep an eye on them, you're more welcome to come. Contact the page. But I do want to give you updates. Yes, those are credible threats coming from the source, and dealing with how much hatred's coming from this group. Devil will use some stupid, weak-minded little pawn to do an evil act to put a stop to something good. And that's a fact. And so when the Lord puts warning on my heart, tells me to take something seriously, well, that's what I'm going to do. And we're going to take it seriously for our teams and our volunteers out here. Because, there's no truth coming from them, only lies, and the only thing they're inciting is violence and hatred and everything against us to stop us. Their whole goal is to destroy VOP and stop VOP. It's in their own words. And they violated so many actual laws claiming that we're the criminals, just attacking us and everything. It's gotten to be ridiculous. So, as I say, continue to pray for them. Normally, I tell people who say don't do this or say this, I should have that post should have been a whole lot harder than what I wrote it out to be. But normally, I don't give in to that. But at this point, I will take it on faith that law enforcement agencies and the other agencies monitoring everything, because we still remain under investigation, even though they won't investigate that child sex camp. But all those individuals and our contact are going to stay true to their word and deal with those who are making those threats, since Since they're criminal threats, and you have it from me on a live video as you asked, I'm willing to press charges against every one of them that we got threats. I don't care. That's what it takes to shut them up and get them out of our way so we can keep doing our mission. That I don't have any problem for the threats, you know. We have trail cameras on our mailbox. There's certain things we're not telling people because we don't want to give certain people an audience they want, but they need to understand that tampering with mailbox and certain things like that, that's a federal offense too. So, yeah, we're willing to cooperate. And I did take that post down, but our policy stays the same. So, I don't want Miranda PD wasting resources out here. We got people out here, they're armed, they know how to protect this property. If the bad guys come out, the ones that are threatening to shoot us and everything like that, then our team's going to lay down suppressive fire until PD gets here. And they'll be contacting Miranda PD. It's the closest ones we actually trust. So that's the situation we're in right now. You got the Razor moving around? All right. They are roving around the perimeter out here because of these threats. But the thing is, these guys shouldn't have to worry about being afraid. They're not doing anything wrong. You know, we're not going to have them afraid. Nope. We're doing everything as peaceful as possible. We want to get violent on the pedophiles, you know. We want to get violent on the global elites who are getting away with all this shit. But we're not allowed to act out on our violence, you know. Well, these people intend to act out on theirs, so, you know, post is down. I kept my end of the bargain. You know who you are. Better keep yours. Throw you under the bus, too. I don't care. This comes to the safety of our volunteers. You guys have credible threats from them. You got everything we sent, and I'll start doing something. You know who to go. I mean, it's simple as that. Got another vehicle over here. It's muddier and crap out here, guys. Yeah, we're going to stay confident. We haven't posted, and I'll make a post of the threats themselves without our new policy since they asked me to take that down, worrying it's going to inflame the situation. I just want people to know something happens out here. We didn't start nothing. We didn't instigate it. And they keep coming to our property with their guns, coming and stealing stuff. They got caught trying to steal a telescope and some lighting and everything like that. And this is the hate group, VOP and the Warriors Against VOP. And just, you know, there's just a dozen local idiots, you know, that don't want us interfering with their drug trafficking and their child trafficking, because we're actually hurting some of the ranchers and farmers they're supporting, so they send little pawns after us. It does look a little red, white, and blue, don't it? It is beautiful out. Yep. Yeah, and our guys are going to go, I mean, most of our guys have GoPros on them when they're going on missions, but our guys are going to film everything. Pretty much instructed them just to film everything, you know. Cover your ass is all I tell them. You're not doing nothing wrong, but you have every right to protect your house. I mean, some of these guys literally live here. They don't go nowhere else. They live here, they maintain, they work the camp. I mean, you know, and they endure this environment all the time. They don't need to worry about sleeping here. You know, we're not going to have them afraid to sleep because of some idiots. So now they got the ability, the authorization basically to protect themselves at all costs, you know. So irregardless of me taking that post down, they're supposedly going to deal with it. It doesn't matter, because if they decide, if CVOP and Joel Atkins and those threatening to shoot up the camp, if they decide they're going to come out and do something violent, then that's on them. God's going to protect us either way. He's giving these guys the ability to protect themselves. But you guys just keep praying for the situation, because it seems like the more we push, the more we go out, the more pressure we put on them, the more traffic we shut down. It's like, man, the attacks keep coming. That's how you know we're doing the right thing. When so many people are standing up trying to stop you, and half of them are Soros bots. You don't have nowhere near the amount of opposition against us that you imagine. You got maybe 36 total people, and you think that there's hundreds of them out there, but you got to look at all the fake accounts and Soros bots. I mean, it's not, most people don't care. Don't have really a dog in the fight. They're staying blind to this whole situation. So, We got far more support than you guys think. We just need more people praying and stop engaging these trolls, because that's what feeds them. When you shut them off and forget about them and ignore them, then, you know, eventually the demons eat themselves. You don't feed them. You just ignore them, block them, delete them. Yeah, over at Alpha Camp right now on the perimeter. Getting ready to head down, put another flag on the southern border. Still running ops tonight. This place is all flooded out too. Well, and that's what most of it is, guys. So we're just asking you guys, stay, you know, just pray for everybody's safety. Pray for, man. Yeah, just pray for the spirit to go over these guys are brainwashed at the end of their day. They don't know what they're doing. They probably believe half the lies they're acting upon. I mean, that's how twisted the world's come, you know. So pray, literally pray, because I don't want to see no one get hurt. These guys are just pawns at the end of the day. If anyone needs to get hurt, it needs to be the one who covered up this child sex camp, not the little pawns they're sending out after us to wreak havoc and cause all these problems, you know. These guys are bragging about their insiders. You know, look, there's a lot of, yeah. Hey, man, there's just a, yeah. This is a orchestrated opposition to stop us and distract us and delay us, and, you know, so just pray for them, because we're going to keep pushing forward, and they're just opening themselves up to a whole world of hurt. And if they come out, because they've already threatened, now they're threatening with guns, saying they'll shoot up the entire camp. That ain't, yeah. You know, people who's been picked up for saying less than that. Is this going to do it, you think?
I don't know. I've been doing it all by myself.
You want us to push from the back?
Yes.
He's got some good traction in the front. We're going to get a vehicle unstuck. I was just giving you guys an update. So Alpha Camp has every right to protect itself. You guys know what's going on. I can't post the actual threats, but new policy isn't changing. I don't really care. I told them it's going to stay that way until they deal with the individuals that are making the threats against all the volunteers. We'll go to a live video later if we can get a reception down on the border in this particular hill we're going to go to. So we'll go to a live video later with a flag going up and us setting up a post to watch over the valleys and continue the mission, man. That's what we're going to do. We're going to keep pushing forward. Coming to you from Alpha Camp, get ready to go so I can help Ken push here. Yeah, help them, man, all right? Love you guys.